Today, Monday, January the 6th, is the Consumer Electronics Show, and the keynote speaker of the Consumer Electronics Show is going to be Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia. And I think he's going to make an announcement there that is going to change Nvidia from a hardware company to a platform company. Well, what does that mean? That means that he's not only going to sell the GPUs and CPUs, but he's also going to create a continuing stream of income. How is he going to do that? I think what he's going to tell you in his speech today is they're going to create an AI agent which they can put in the new computers, the new devices that you'll be buying from Dell and from Hewlett-Packard, and within that device will be an AI agent that you will be able to activate, and then that AI agent, and then you'll be able to pay Jensen a monthly fee to have access to that AI agent. Well, why would you want to do that? That AI agent will become your personal assistant, your concierge, your travel agent, your accountant, your lawyer. Everything that you need done, you will be able to ask that AI agent to do, and then that agent will remember everything that you talk to him about. He'll also go into your emails and scrub all your data so that he knows more about you than you know about yourself, because you forgot what you did 2 years ago. He won't. He will, at the end of the year, you will say, go through my bank statements, go through the forms I've received for 1099s or for and my work pay, and do my taxes. And unless you have some very complicated tax information that has to be reported, it'll do it for you. You may have some interest in some education in some field. You'll ask your AI agent to go find you the education sources, and it will do it for you. It will monitor your health. This AI agent will become the most valuable asset you have, the most valuable employee that you have, and you'll pay Jensen a monthly fee for it, and it'll be a part of your computer. That's what Jensen is going to do. And why is he going to do that? Because he wants to become the next $4 trillion company, or the first $4 trillion company. Look at the others in the list. You've got Apple. They sell you a phone, and then they sell ongoing monthly income to you through music, through apps that they have. They collect monthly income from the app providers. So they are not just a hardware company, they are a platform, as is Microsoft. If you have an Android phone or if you have a PC, you're paying a monthly fee to Microsoft as well as to Google. If you're at Amazon, you may be at Amazon Prime, you're paying a monthly fee. Meta, not yet. And then there's the big one. That's down there at the bottom, and that's Tesla. They're not near as big as, they're only a $1.32 trillion company compared to Apple as a 3.68. The thing you need to recognize is Nvidia is going to become a platform company, which will give them ongoing income. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But I want you to focus right now on what Tesla is going to do. Tesla has been, for the last, I don't know how many years, been collecting the data about all the roads in the world. And they have that data on some supercomputers. He's been buying some GPUs from Nvidia, and they are going to provide autonomous driving. Once they have the authorization to provide autonomous driving, they will offer it to you for a monthly fee. That's a platform. That's a platform that gives continuous income. Now, the other thing you got to recognize is they're the only car company that has that data. So if you drive a Cadillac or a Mercedes or a BMW and you want autonomous driving, you're only going to get it one place. You're going to get it from Tesla. BMW will have to buy the software from Tesla, put it in their car, and then you will subscribe to Tesla's platform. You also, if you own an electric car, you also notice the only reliable charging stations are Tesla. They have a platform. The way to achieve massive wealth in a company like Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, and Tesla is to create a platform. And through that platform, consumers like you and I make a monthly payment. And that's what business is going to. That's what the survival of business will be. So what you need to do is change your mindset. Who is building a platform which I will make regular payments to, and those are the companies I want to invest in. I did a deep dive on this concept and the Consumer Electronics Show, and it's on my cheat sheet. It's going to be a weekly feature on my cheat sheet of what you need to know this week. And it will give you a podcast that will tell you what you need to know this week. What's the most important thing happening this week that you need to pay attention to gain the growth in your portfolio that you're striving for? I believe that it is going to become realistic. What is it? The S&P for the last 2 years has achieved over 20% return. I think that is going to be in the foreseeable future a regular event. And those of us who come and see what the event is this week, which companies are going to give me the greatest growth in earnings per share, and thus are going to be the extraordinaries that can take us above 20% and take us to 30 and 40 and maybe even 50% growth on our portfolio per year. There are stocks that are building platforms. You have to own them. But there are also stocks who are going to facilitate that platform. And they are companies like I told you about SoundHound about a year ago. And SoundHound did nothing until this last month. And then it took off. I told you about Skywater Technologies, which is a small foundry that makes the semiconductors for our Defense Department. I told you about that. I told you about Vertiv, who is creating the air conditioning that is going into the data centers and is up over 90% this year as a result of that. I tell you about these stocks before they take off. We've got one right now called AEHR that I've been talking to you about for over a year now, and it was down 60%, and just this last month it's up 33%. Why? Because their service is becoming in demand as the semiconductor market is coming back into favor. Oh, you say, no, the semiconductor has been in favor. No, Nvidia has been in favor. The other semiconductors have had a miserable year. But now, as we're moving into lower interest rates, lower grocery prices, less inflation, you'll buy a new toaster. You'll buy a new car. And in that toaster and in those cars and in those TVs and in those microwaves are much more semiconductors. So that element of the world is going to grow. That element of your investments needs to grow. Now, then there is the other question that you need to ask yourself. If Nvidia is creating a platform to deliver me AI and Apple's going to do the same similar thing, as well as Google and Microsoft, what are these software companies going to be selling? What is Salesforce going to be selling? If I'm getting that AI from Nvidia and it's filling all of my needs and using my data, what do I need these other software companies for? Think about it. If it works for me, it's going to work for the business as well. Can these people, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, and Tesla, put the other software companies out of business? Can they build into this AI agent that they're going to put in their platform? Can they build in cybersecurity? What does that do to Palo Alto? What does that do to Palantir? You need to be thinking about these things because the world is changing. And as the world changes, the investment opportunities will change right along with it. Those who are delivering products, software is a product. It's a service as well, I guess. But those who have your attention, have your commitment, it comes on your computer. If you have an Android or a PC, you use Microsoft. It comes on your computer. You activate it when you turn your computer on the first time. If that provides you the cybersecurity you need to protect your computer, what do you need McAfee for? This is where this is going. It's going for that monthly subscription. That's the most important check or bill you pay for whatever relative to your investments in the future. Look at who you're paying on a monthly basis, and that's who you're going to invest in if you want to invest in the next or the first $4 trillion, then $5 trillion company. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. I just share what I see and what I research and find. And I share this with my tribe. My tribe members meet on my website, Best of Us Investors. I give you all the information to make good investment decisions. You'll find today what you need to know this week. I give you a podcast on every stock. I told my people what was going to happen with Nvidia last week. They're in position. They know what it means when I say changing from a hardware company to a flat platform, from a product to a platform that you send a check to every month. Again, go to the website. I've got a 14-day free trial. I want you to become a better investor. That's why I'm here, and that's why I'll probably be here again tomorrow.